The ceremony, when they were conducted and passed, was that it was required for every young woman. Nowadays, because of the cost involved and so many other demands, it's very expensive and most people can't do it. So I would dare say that probably only 20% of our people are doing the ceremony today. The negative at Chini as the Lindo, Adota, Hastina does nail, a standard does nail. The query at Honacha got at Kitata, the Honacha got at the Aquen Hazisho. Yahidi got Kinalta, the Hatayi, Kenalta, the at the Hatayi. Kinalta, as she kepa. Kenalta, at 8. What the heck it ever. Bekebet Jahat Neka at 8 var now. As Kigo, had touch a bundle, Jahat Neka. A co hot egg it ever, had it got had net lie, nothing 10 lie, but that it. 8 of the daughter dust, Uncle, had it at 8 by Aldi Higgy, the canal double Bekebet Jahat, and he as the sort of dust, I'm all benefit the whole net all day. In the teaching of our people, it was very important for our young men and our young women to know that they were no more young children when they had their coming of age ceremony. And the boy would become a man and the girl would become a woman. But they were very important ceremony for the individual girl or boy to recognize that in themselves. There's physical changes and that take place that they need to be aware of, and how to take care of themselves and to be able to control the emotions, desires, and appetites that come along with those physical changes. And so it was very important to our people to teach the young ones when they came of age that now they were no more children, they were adults. And the ceremonies. For the girl, it was generally a 4-day ceremony. For the boy, it was just a simple sweat lodge. For the boy and the sweat lodge ceremony, the event was very physical. And for the girl, it is very spiritual. And there's very big difference between the two of them. And so I will explain the one that we do for the girls. Maybe we have mentioned certain parts of it before, but we want to give a more complete picture. The thing about the girl ceremony is it is something that is not made available to anyone except the person participating in the event of the coming of age ceremony for the young girl. So women are very, very reluctant to share the information that they share with the young woman. And so it is that it has taken some time for us to acquire a lot of this information because of the reluctancy by the women to share freely some of the information. But it is a 4-day ceremony. And the preparations that go into the girl when she starts to have her menstrual cycle, and it is within days that they plan to put this ceremony together. The sooner the better. And so there's an urgency to doing that ceremony for the young girl. And they, of course, have to have a medicine man, and he is only there for the final day of that ceremony. But previous to that time that the medicine man is there, they have to have preparations made for the medicine man and for also the other things that the women have to do. But the one thing is that all of the grinding of the corn had to be done with the grinding stones. And the girl was supposed to be traditionally the one that would do all of the grinding by herself. But nowadays, of course, family members help, and they have hand crank type of grinders, and they have the electric grinders and so on. And the things that they have to do to prepare to bake the coming of age cake, which is cooked in the ground. And they, of course, make all the preparations, and all of the women. It's a woman ceremony. And so all of the female family members and friends and all the women that want to help come and help do the mixing of the cake mixture. before they pour it into the ground to cook it. But they don't do the actual cooking of the cake until the probably the third day. They begin to pour the cake batter into the ground after they have lined the ground with corn husk. And those corn husks have to be set in a certain way, which is in the continual growth direction. And then after they have laid the corn husk down in the ground where they have made a round hole, and they lined the walls of the where they're going to be pouring the cake mix, and then of course they cover it up and they put the fire on top of it for a whole night. And it is that the next morning, of course, it's cut up after the ceremony of this medicine man doing the final night of that ceremony. But of course, during that 4 days of the ceremony, the girl has to run in 4 sacred directions. To the east, of course, to think; to the south, to plan; to the west, to have an understanding of life responsibilities and duties. And in her case, for that particular time, is future uh, status of motherhood. And then to the north is the teaching of hope and faith. So when she takes those run, the first day she might run to the east. She has to think about herself and all of the things that she has been told and the things that have been shared with her concerning her new beginning as a woman, and the things that she's told about motherhood. And next day she might get up and she might run to the south, and so she has to plan. She has to plan for herself what she would like to do, and to get herself established to thinking about goals and the things that she would like to have as far as her future family. And so to the west, as she runs maybe the third day, yeah, she runs in the morning in that direction. So she's to give thought to her life and actually what she understands about the meaning of her life. And not only her own life, but the life of the women who have come before her. And it is then the teaching of keeping yourself clean, to be moral and to do things, to take care and be selfish with your body and with your mind, to protect your mind and to protect your physical self as a woman, and not to be getting involved in things that might give you misdirection, and the new understanding of the various feelings and that are new, the desires and the appetites and the passions and that come with adulthood. And so finally then, of course, to the north is the thinking of hope, that there's always hope, that there's always the holy people there to help whenever you have complications in any area of your being, your thinking, your emotion, your physical self, and of course your spiritual self as well. And so it is that you must always have hope that the holy people are constantly there to help you. And so part of those teachings in that concerning the ceremony of the young girl, and for it as an event, it is a spiritual event, because the final day after the medicine man has sung his songs and they've said their prayers and conducted the ceremony on the final night, on the morning of the fourth day, it is then that she is to understand that she has taken on the full power of changing woman. She has all of the authority, and that her and the holy people, she is a very much favored being of the holy people, because she, along with the holy people, are the only ones on the surface of Mother Earth that can reproduce offspring and bring children into this world. And that is why she becomes a very special being to the holy people. She is just exactly like Changing Woman. When Changing Woman was able to give birth to the son of the Supreme Being, that she was the one that was kept herself pure, kept herself emotionally in control in all of her entire being. So she prepared herself. And so she has that great power that is given to her and her alone as far as being a mother, a machadingo, which is a great responsibility as to being a woman. And they can only acquire that, of course, in motherhood and the sacredness of the idea that she's going to be the one to teach the children to laugh, their first laugh. She's going to be there to help the children learn the first sacred words. She's going to be there to teach them to take their first steps. And she's going to be able to be there to teach them and watch over them and provide for them a place where they can understand that they are loved and they are appreciated. And they will always have that one connection with her children and her alone of that spiritual level. So it is that women generally are more spiritual than the men. The men have more physical responsibilities, and the teachings and the ceremonial that they get in the sweat lodge is very physical. And so her ceremony is very spiritual. And so it is that throughout their life, the women are the ones that have more spiritual contact with the holy people. And they have a duty and responsibility to understand that they have special blessing that is her glory to having children and to be a mother and to fulfill that role. And it is her responsibility. This is changing woman had her responsibility. And those are the things that we are told.
Hey, thanks for watching our videos. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss one of our uploads. Also, head over to our website, NavajoTraditionalTeachings.com. Sign up for our email list. Okay.